Hello, everyone. My name is Du Hong. Welcome to the Thai Life Podcast. Today, we have a very, very special guest with us. But before we get started, I believe I'm supposed to cue up the music
Nice.
and dance with the jam.
You better get them popcorns. 'Cause
Don't
it's
go do
about
anything
to go
silly.
down.
All right, guys. Hold your horses. Don't get too excited. All right. Don't do anything crazy. Today, we have a very special guest with us. Usually, he's in this seat doing the interview, but today I want to present to everyone the man, the myth, the legend, Min Tai. Hey, Min, it's great to be here with you. How are you doing today?
Thank you for having me here, man. Usually I'm on the other side of the chair. I'm a little bit nervous sitting on this chair, bro, because usually I'm the one who's asking the question. And today, this is my best friend, guys. And when he asks questions, I don't know where and what kind of question he's going to ask me. So I'm a little bit nervous.
Well, I'm a little bit nervous being on this side because you set such a high standard doing this, right? But hey, I have a very personal question, okay? We got to get relaxed doing this stuff. So my first question for you, what's your drink of choice?
My drink of choice?
Yes.
Already?
Okay, it's drinking time somewhere in the world, so let's get going.
Look, man, if you really want to know what's my drinking type, well, I got some for you, man.
Oh shit, he's just
I
got
got
it
a
ready.
Johnny Walker
Oh my
Green
God.
Label. This is like 15 years of age. We can't do a podcast together before we take this nice shot, bro. So this one's for you.
I never
I wanna
thought
get
that
this up.
asking him this question would get me in trouble like this.
This one's for me. Hey, you asked for it. You want to know what kind of drink I like?
Oh,
I'm going to answer to you right now, man. There you have it.
cheers to
Cheers.
the friendship.
Ooh, that is smooth.
That is smooth.
Only for you, man.
Thank you. Well,
There
Let's-
you go. That's how we're going to start the show.
that is it, and that's how
And
we
to answer your
friends do it.
question, that's the drink I like.
That's awesome. That's good to know. Well, here, let's go ahead and dive straight into, what you do here. So, for the longest time, I think you did, you made a great successful living doing, going into the nail industry. So, tell me about what got you to go in the first place.
I really never thought about becoming a nail tech when I was younger, man. When I got out of high school, I just like any other person, just go out, apply for a job, fill out the applications.
Hopefully, you get accepted.
Walgreens. Yeah, hopefully I get accepted.
Yeah.
But nobody calls me. After a month down the road, and my family pull me together, say, "Hey, man, we need to have a talk with you." And I'm like, "Okay, what's this about?" And can you imagine? I come from a family of 8, and when they have a talk with you about anything related to career in your life, it's like a round table. And that round table is not fun, bro. So during that moment, I was just getting yelled at. My mom, my dad was like, "Why are you not working?"
Especially coming from Asian parents. Oh, man, they hold such a high standard for you.
Oh,
Right.
very high. And they're constantly comparing you to their friends. Man, but you know what? So after that long talk, they were like, "Hey, your brother have a nail salon. Why don't you go out and watch him and see if you can do that?" So in my head, I'm like, you know what? A job is a job.
Definitely.
As long as I'm out of the house, I'm working, I'm making money,
Yep.
they won't yell at me, I'm on it.
The most important thing, they are not in your case about these type of things.
Correct.
Right.
So I say, yeah, let's go ahead. And that's how I started my nail career, man.
I remember every single time I came over to your house to, just hang out, the very first thing, every single time, it would be like one of your parents like, "Man, how come you're not doing this? Man, how come right?" It's just ridiculous. But you know what? Hey, you turned out to be okay.
Look, growing up, I have such a hard time doing homework
Yeah.
or in school. Like, I love homework. I love all the projects. But when you give me a test, I'm screwed. I be praying. I be shaking. School is not my strongest point. But I knew quitting was not also an option.
Yeah.
So because of that, I just kind of figured out what's my strength. So to answer your question, I was struggling in school, but I always find homework, extra credit, other curriculums that I can do to balance out my F on the test.
So, on that topic, so you're talking about school, and, obviously There are people who are book smart. There are people who's struggling and not afraid to fail.
Yeah.
Right. So I have a question for you. So do you really have to be smart in school to be successful in life? Like based upon your experience, what do you think about that?
You know, that's a good question. I always tell myself I'm not the smartest man. So if I can do anything, you guys can do it too. So I always tell people that, and that's the spanking truth. So to answer your question, no, you don't have to be smart to be successful. But what you have to be is you got to work hard. You have to know how to grind, and you got to have common sense. And you know what? Common sense, you can't learn that in school.
No, you
so you
can't.
gotta be willing to make mistake and learn from your mistake, because sometimes mistake costs money, and that's how we learn in life, right?
So you just said pretty much your magic sauce to being successful right there, right?
Yeah.
Being able to work hard, right?
Yeah.
It's magic doesn't happen overnight.
No, it
The
doesn't.
business doesn't build itself overnight.
Exactly.
So like, kind of give everyone an example. Like what are some of the things? Like, I'm pretty sure you didn't just got here by success. Like, what were some of the things? Give me some like your struggles, like being able to like build this whole social media. Like everyone's like interested in what you're doing. Like how did they get there?
Man, you know what? I'll be honest with you. All my career in the nail industry, I always got it hard. Like to start learning how to do acrylic, I had to sit there, practice day in, day out, grind, put my head down, willing to get yelled, willing to get, constructive feedback and all that. You just got to keep grinding, okay? But in my heart, because I always know that I struggle with certain things in the nail career, I can't imagine what other people would be like. I put myself in other people's shoes and be like, dude, if I struggle with this, other people are going to struggle with this.
Definitely.
And if I can't find a job, I'm sure there's a lot of people who can't find a job.
Yeah.
So because I put myself in their shoes, I'm always wanting to help people to better themselves, because I don't want anyone to go through what I went through.
Yeah.
So because of that, I find that information is so valuable to the point where like I want to share my information with people.
Yeah.
And because of that, that's was the main reason why I wanted to have my own business at a food service salon.
I see.
Because I put myself in a situation of starting out a salon. It's hard. You don't know anybody. So I want to be that person where, hey, come on in. I will give you my skill. I will give you my knowledge so that you can have a better life, a better career, and you don't have to go through what I went through.
That must be tough to be able to like convince people that here's free educational service right
Right.
here to be able to do this right.
Well, when I had my business growing up, a lot of people were not doing a lot of training.
Yeah.
It was more like your license.
Yeah.
You should know how to do this.
And just get in there, you do it.
Right. But not everybody's born like that, especially with the new generation,
Yeah.
Sometimes some of them are like antisocial, but they want to do hair. Sometimes they're a little
Yeah.
bit shy. So you want to break the ice for them. And in order to break the ice, you got to make them feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And that's what I was good at. I was always welcoming people, feeling comfortable with. But then I know this is like a long answer, but I'm going to get to the ending, because for me to be where I'm at today, because after I sold my salon, after COVID, I come to realize like, hey, I'm not spending time with my kids enough.
yeah.
Is the money really worth it? Is not even worth
It's
my...
pretty tough.
It's tough.
Be able to run
It's
a
tough.
business,
And
let
it was
alone running during COVID.
right, and it was ruining my relationship that I wasn't aware of, because I thought, as a man, hey, as long as you bring in the dough,
Yeah.
you're good. But sometimes, from a woman's perspective, money doesn't buy happiness. They want your time.
Yes.
Sometimes your time
It's
with the
more valuable
family
than anything.
is more valuable than the money. So I didn't realize that until quarantine during COVID. So because of that, after we reopened again, I was not motivated to really run the salon anymore, because I'm away from my kids, and all this hustling that I'm doing is making no sense, because everybody I'm trying to help, they're not appreciating it.
Yeah.
It's like you help 10 people, you get only 2 people appreciating your help.
Yeah.
The other 8, they just kind of lose screws.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I'm putting too much effort into nothing. So because of that, but I was kind of beat, because when I wanted to sell my salon, I'm like, how do I continue to teach people? How do I continue to elevate things? Because I love this industry so much, and I know so much about it because I've been through the gutter.
Yes. Yes.
I want to make sure that people don't go through what I went through.
I think that's your passion, your calling right there. Because
Right.
the thing is that, when you see a problem, right, and you try one way to be able to help out and it
Right.
doesn't work, right? So bring me, and this brings to the next question: is that it seems like you're very passionate about doing what you do,
Right.
obviously, and the second part is that not only are you are you just you're not trying to keep it to yourself, because obviously you're a very skillful person, when it comes to being able to do people's nails, right? I like the fact that you always like to take the time to share with other people these type of things. You don't really care if they're gonna make more money than you or be more successful than you, but the idea is to be able to like kind of bring that out. So let me ask you this question. So how did you approach that? Because I know you had the burning sensation to be able to say, hey, you know what, how in the world do I share my passion and stuff with other people? Like, so what was your plan for doing that after you sold your business?
Everything, I'm such a believer in the Lord. I'm such a believer in knowing that if I believe that the Lord is going to set my path, I just have to follow through. I'm such a believer in that. So the process of me selling my salon, I was getting a lot of clients, a lot of people telling me, "Min, you should sign up with TikTok."
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell is TikTok?
Yeah.
Why would I sign up for that? I heard of YouTube, but why would I do TikTok? I was not aware of that. So one day I was just at the shop and I'm like, you know what? Let's check TikTok out.
Right.
And the moment I, sign up for TikTok, I just start posting, my little video of the outcome, the nails,
Yeah.
right? And I was getting like 200 views. And I was so excited. You don't understand how excited I got.
It is so difficult to get even
Right.
like that many views in
Right.
the first
Well,
post.
because I started doing YouTube,
Yeah.
and some of my video on YouTube was getting like 50 views.
Yeah.
And the moment you open up TikTok, you got 200 to 500. Bro,
That must be a good day.
that light the fire in me. Okay, that day light the fire in me to the point where it hasn't stopped burning. Because from that 500, I'm like, you know what? I'm hungry for more. But as I start progressing into making content, I say, this is my way of sharing my information. This is my way of sharing knowledge to people, to the world. And because of that, I say, you know what? I have to take this seriously. Because if I don't have my salon, because remember, I told you, I want to have my salon because I want to help the next generation.
Yeah, definitely.
But I can only help so much because my salon cannot take thousands of people.
No.
But with social media, I'm like,
You can reach
I can
everyone.
reach everyone.
That's
So
awesome.
that just like that just light up the whole forest.
That's crazy.
That just light up the whole forest in my heart, bro. And from there, I say, you know what? And I remember this till today. I told my wife, I say, babe, I am going to drown Google search with my content. And when I say I'm going to drown them, I'm going to flood them. And ever since I say that, I post 3 videos, 4 videos, 5 videos a day, and I haven't stopped for the last 3 years.
That is crazy. The thing is that one of the things I admire about you is like you're a very hardworking man.
Thank
You set your goal, and then compared to everyone else that you don't lose focus of that goal. And if when we were growing up, obviously, you talking about your show with school, and obviously me. I mean, I'm okay in school, right? I mean, I do okay.
I envy
right?
you, man.
Right?
Growing up,
but-
you were my idol, and when it comes to knowledge.
But that's why I asked you this question about whether school is always doing well in school is always equivalent to being successful in life, right? And because the thing is that I know you personally that you're able to take what you want, have a passion, and like really like grow that passion and stay focused, like very laser sharp focus. I mean, that's the thing. Now at this point in life, I really admire you for that fact.
Thank you,
because the thing
man.
is that it doesn't look easy.
Nothing is easy, man. But I can tell you one thing. The reason why I love treating people right is because I don't see them as competition.
Yeah.
Because to me, I am my worst competition, bro. Like, that's why I look at everybody as my friend.
Yeah.
Because their competition will never match with my inner competition. And because of that, I thrive, bro. Like when I put my mind to something, I'm gonna freaking do it. Like, I'm not gonna waste time. I'm not gonna waste effort. I'm gonna do it. Because I am that passionate about everything I do. Because I feel like we're always running out of time, man. I
Yeah.
feel like time is running out, and I want to utilize every second that I can get throughout my day to squeeze out effort.
So were you like this growing up? Like, like as a kid, did you always had did you always had the same mindset as you had right now, growing up, going through school, going to college,
You know what,
going to whatever
growing
jobs
up-
that you have?
I always had that mentality of just wanting to be okay. Like I always have my struggle, bro. Like
Yeah.
I was always the underdog. I was never the guy where I stand out. I was never at the top of the class.
And your parents reminded you of that,
Right. And my parents constantly comparing me to other people. Even my wife's parent
Yeah.
didn't even want me because
That
I
must be
was a
tough.
nail tech.
That
You
must
know,
be tough.
I always have odds against me. I always have people. But because of that, I'm blessed. I'm glad that all of these haters hated me when I was younger.
It gives you more reason to be able to like
Well,
just
yes,
prove
it
them
thickening
wrong.
up my skin.
right?
It makes me come to the point in my life where I don't need a filter, because you know why? My actions gonna speak louder than what my thoughts gonna be.
Definitely.
You know, my progress is gonna speak louder, and that's the way I think now, bro. Like I don't let nobody get in my way. Like they can hate all they want, but nobody's gonna compete against me because I'm competing against myself.
Wow, that's deep.
You know what
That's
I mean?
really deep.
That's the way I think, bro.
Well, next question is this. So, I'm from what you're telling me, you growing up, your family, you went through a lot of struggles. And, now, fast forward a few number of years, you're laser focused, you're successful, everyone likes you. So, what's the one piece of advice that if you can give our audience a little bit of advice, something that you follow by, the secret sauce, whatever it is to make you successful, if you can mind sharing that with the audience, if you say, what is it that you do? What is it that you must have in order to allow you to be successful?
You know, success have different phases in life. You know, you have the young phase, the adult phase, and the elderly phase, right? Where I'm at today, the meaning of me being successful is all about self-care. You know, most of your life, my life, we do things for others. We're always doing things for others.
True.
Your family, your friends, events. We're always freaking there for them.
You've been taught like that ever since you were a kid, especially
Yeah.
being Asian, right?
Right.
You're like, hey, respect others,
Right.
right? There you go.
And then we do so much for other people, and then one day we look in the mirror and we ask ourselves, what have we been doing for us?
Ourself. Mm-hmm.
For ourselves? Nothing. And that's when I come to realize, in order for you to be successful, you got to know how to take care of yourself. In order you to lead, you got to lead yourself first. In order for people to follow you, they have to know that you're taken care of. Because we're so focused on other people's life. But one thing I've learned, man, is you got to take care of your own business.
It's like, when you get on an airplane and, the stewardess go through the whole emergency thing, and they said you always got to put on your mask first before you put on the mask of your child.
Correct.
Right? So you got to take care of yourself first, because if you're not taking care of yourself, guess what?
Correct.
You can't take care of other people and do other businesses, right?
Correct.
Other things.
And that's my philosophy, man. Like, take care of yourself, people. Self-care, the only competition that you need to compete with is yourself. Other people, yes, they might have a head start. They might have something that you want. But I just know if you take care of yourself, you will get everything you want eventually.
All right, so let's switch the gears a little bit on a question, a little bit more personal. I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure if the audience knows about, Men just mentioned a while ago about his wife. Could you share about, how you met your wife and, how that came to be?
Well, how I met my wife is through you, dude. I just want to let you know that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I bought my first car and we decided to go down south. And, this gentleman right here was like, hey, man, I have a friend and I was wondering if you want to hang out with her. And, with me being a hound dog, I say, sure, why not? I love myself some fish.
That is great.
But, that's how I met my wife. But our relationship has a lot of stories too,
Yeah.
like I mentioned
It's not,
earlier.
it's not smooth sailing.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
I mentioned earlier, her parents didn't even want me to date her because
must be tough.
I was a nail tech.
Yeah.
I was a low life. I was a side hustle. There's no meaning to my career, right? But hey, I didn't let them change me. I still believe in my goal. I still believe that, yeah, there were things that I had to do to marry her, like going to college, making sure that I meet a little bit of their standards. But at the end of the day, man, if you guys are going through this situation where people are hating on your career, they don't want to be with you, or their family don't want you because of certain type of career you're doing, don't let that stop you. Honestly, any career is a good career. My philosophy in career, bro, as long as you're not stealing, as not you're not harming anybody, and you're making legitimate money, then it's all gravy, man.
So parents, remember one thing: don't judge a book by its cover.
Cause look,
Leave an example right here.
cause now, man, hey man, can you come and help me? Fix the light. Can you come and help me get the cable back on?
I'm not sure we should have this
I
footage
can't
in here.
pick up the TV. Everything is men. You know why? You gotta believe in yourself, people. Don't let people change you. Believe.
I'm pretty sure a
Believe
lot of
in
you guys
yourself.
can relate to this.
And I'm
right?
letting you guys know this raw footage of me right here, okay? I never tell you guys these kind of stuff.
All right, so let's get a little bit more serious.
Let's
right?
go
we,
for
we,
it.
We talked about your life. How
You want
got
to get
here.
more serious? We gotta have another drink.
Well,
we
hey,
can't
I
get
guess-
serious if we can't drink, bro.
I guess not. I
But
guess
this
not.
is the good stuff, right? How do you like this
Oof.
drink, man?
Well, anything coming from you, man, I love it.
I only want the best, bro. Cheers.
Cheers.
Some good stuff. All right, let's get personal. What do you want to talk about?
Let's get a little bit more serious.
All right, let's go.
Me knowing you, you always like occupy yourself with a lot of things, like the project here, little things there, podcasts, and everything in between. But I heard from a little bird that you're doing something that can potentially be big. Could you maybe not spill too much of the beans, but just kind of shed some light on for the audience, just in case you're wondering. On this, what's going on? What's a little secret that you've been keeping from us?
Look, man, I have big dreams. And when I was a young nail tech, one time I dreamed about having a salon, right? I had this vision. When I had the salon, I wanted to have my own brand. Why do I want to have my own brand? Well, because through the year, man, I dealt with a lot of clients. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but most of my clients, they're elderly.
Yeah.
They have a lot of illness. They can't bend over. There are some difficult angle that they can't touch. And I feel for them. And, as a nail tech, I care about these kind of stuff. And honestly, that's what makes me beat the nail industry. It's not about the money. It's really, once I get to know some of these clients, man, I feel their pain, bro.
It's a lot more personal.
It is very personal to me. And I want to make sure that I will deliver my best service, my best product, to make sure that they are comfortable, satisfied, and self-care.
I see. Self-care, huh?
Yep.
That's a little hint?
That is the little hint.
Interesting.
And throughout the years of being a nail tech, I always have this thing where I want to have my own product line. I want to have my own product line where not just professional nail tech use, but also consumers can use. But
pretty
there's
clever.
going to be a lot of different things that I'm going to be developing.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what I'm about to develop because I want you to be surprised.
How about just give us a name? Have
Look.
you thought about a name?
All I can tell you right now is you better watch out because Beyond the Cream is coming.
Well, there you have it, you guys. I'm sorry to not have you guys learn more about this, but I guess you're gonna have to hang out and check out more content from Min and see if he can reveal anything more else about this. Well, hey Min, it was great to have you here, and I seriously enjoyed the shots and
Thank you.
enjoyed your company.
Thank you.
Being in this your seat trying to interview you. So it was great. Hey guys, get real, be real, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you so much, dude, for taking the time. And you know what? It does feel kind of nice sitting on this side of the chair, bro.
It is. It
Because
is.
you know what? I never went crazy like that, like I did earlier.
Hey, you'll never see this on YouTube, right?
No, you will see this on YouTube. Thank you,
All right.
guys.
Peace to the Middle East.